guys, so welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be doing a vlog style video. I have some things that I'm going to be working on and I wanted to take you guys along for the ride. This is a behind the scenes look. So I have laundry running right now, but I just printed out this pattern. Normally I do projectors, but I really want to be able to put this laid out on the floor. This is a test pattern for my very good friend Bethany, her very first sewing pattern. So I have it here. I wanted to show you guys what it's going to be. It is a skirt, a very festive, beautiful holiday skirt, but it really can be a skirt for anything because depending on the fabric you choose, it's an all the time skirt, really. So I did some digging around and I found a place in Toronto called fabric-fabric.com, and I got some charmeuse. I got this beautiful navy, got 5 yards of that, and then I got this black mesh. Look at it, isn't it gorgeous? So I thought that so it's an overlay skirt. I'm pretty sure I probably put the picture of the skirt on the screen somewhere, but this is the overlay, and so it's going to be over top of the blue, which I think is going to be really pretty because it's going to give that like second layer, and then it's also gonna like the second layer contrast, and then it's also gonna look like kind of like a starry night, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be hopefully easy, we'll see. I got some elastic here. I got some 2-inch wide elastic, and yeah, so the first thing I'm gonna do is put the pattern together, which is gonna take a minute. Okay, so I just printed out the pattern, and look at this. How gorgeous is this branding? So if you don't already know, Copper Creek Patterns is formerly Dibby Club, D-I-B-Y Club, Do It Better Yourself Patterns. So this is the new name. Here is the name of the skirt with this beautiful font. I'm going to be doing the size range 14 to 40. The great thing about this pattern company is that they have 2 sets of sizes, which is regular size and then curvy size. They're all curvy, but it's kind of like the plus size. So the size range goes up to from 00 to 20, and then it goes from size 14 plus to 40, which I really appreciate. So I'm super excited to be able to, I think I'm going to make a 20, because I'm usually a 20 on the bottom, but now I'm going to put this all together, so I'm super excited. Okay, so I really like Copper Creek's patterns. They go together really nicely. So there's a line here, and you line up the line with the edge of the paper, so there's no trimming, and then we're going to just use some tape and secure it down. I'm going to run out of room on this table, but I just want to show you how beautiful that looks. Cut out is my overlay, which is this beautiful sparkle. So typically you would take your fabric, depending on the project, and you would put selvage to selvage, but this pattern piece won't fit on selvage to selvage. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it the other way, which is kind of weird. Okay, hi kitty. So we're going to fold it They call it hamburger and hot dog. Okay, so I got it all cut out. Looks super pretty. You can kind of get an idea now of how... Doesn't it look so pretty? Yep. Now I just need to make sure I know, because there is a right and wrong side. So this is the right side. Right? I love it. Okay. I need to change the thread on my serger. We're going to take the 2 circle skirts and we're going to attach them so that it's one big huge circle, right? Because the circle, it looks like that. So we have side seams here. So we'll take both of the charmeuse, put them together. I have that selvage that I need to trim off. I can also just increase my seam allowance with my serger and then just kind of trim off that selvage. So it'll be like 3/4 of an inch seam allowance. But it should be super easy. So I just need to change my thread. I think I'm just gonna do black because I don't want it to see through. Like I could do navy for this and black for this, but I think black's fine to do the whole skirt. So let's start changing some thread. So here is my serger. Is a Brother 655D, which is very similar to the Brother 1034D. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and I have some of the scrap fabric. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this to calibrate my machine once I have my thread in, so I don't, sew my good fabric. So use the fabric that you're going to be sewing, and you'll know that it's working good. Okay, so I got both my skirts sewn together, right sides together. So now they are 2 big circle skirts. This is going to be really big because it's going to be gathered down. So this is not how big I am. Holy moly. I think I might hem them before I attach them. So I went ahead and measured my elastic for my waist. And I'm going to go ahead and serge them together. Okay, so I did a bunch of research and I learned how to do the 3-thread rolled hem. And so what that does is it gives me a nice clean, hold on, stop looking at me. See how it's like beautiful. This is a Brother 655D. Everyone's different, but I just need to figure out my settings and everything. This only has 1 needle in it. I had to change my differential feed to 0.7. I changed my upper looper to 3.5. This one is 5 and this one is 7.5. So I wrote that all down, and now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hem some skirts. I'm so excited. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm actually focusing on my knife just so that I can cut off just a sliver of fabric. So I'm not looking at the needle or anything. I'm just going to focus on the knife and what it's cutting and trust that the sewing machine is doing exactly what I want it to do. right. Success. There was a few little hiccups along the way, but this is going to be hidden. So you're not going to really see it, but at least it's done and it's hemmed. And so now all I need to do is hem the overlay, and you don't necessarily have to, but if you want to like have a nice little finished edge, this is mesh and it doesn't fray, so, but it does kind of clean up the edges because there's a little bit of like jaggedness from the scissors and stuff. So I'm just going to do this super quick, and then we can move on to the next step of putting the skirt together, and then start gathering, and then put it on the elastic, and then we're done. Like, it's such a super easy project. It's just, it does take some time to get, you know, all your ducks in a row and stuff, like the cutting out the pattern. Lay that down, and then we're going to take my charmeuse skirt, and we're going to lift and then kind of just tuck it in there. And then we can grab the side seams together, and then the other side seam together. And then we're just going to put some clips around it. Just to hold it together. Depending on the fabrics you use, there might be a little bit of stretching. Like the mesh might stretch because it does have stretch in it. But mine seems to be okay. Just don't want to stretch it more. Alright, and then I'm just going to take it to my serger, and I'm going to serge the waist. Okay, so I put my needle back in and switched it over to my regular serger. So now we're just going to make sure that both of the fabrics are being cut and serge. And sometimes you just want to like let the bottom one peek a little through, just so that you know, okay, it's there. It's so thin that you really can't tell. Look at how pretty it is. Now it's gorgeous. Okay, so now we're going to take our regular sewing machine, and we're going to do a base stitch around the top of the skirt, and we're going to gather. So I'm just going to sew right underneath the overlock stitch, just so that I don't get my stitches all bunched together. I'm going to turn up my machine to 5 stitch length. And we're just gonna go. Okay, and then I'm going to I'm going to designate a back of the skirt. So if you have like a better front, like mine's pretty much the same. Looks so pretty. It looks like a starry night, doesn't it? Then I would, you know, use the nice side. But because, like I said, because mine looks the same, I'm just gonna fold it in half. This is my side seams, and I'm just gonna take some chalk and mark it, and that's where my waistband seam is gonna land, only because we want the, you know, we want the waistband to be centered in the back, and we also want our side seams to be on our hips, and that'll look the prettiest. So now I'm going to go and find the ends of my thread, and we're going to begin to gather, and I'm going to do this on the cutting table just because this is gonna be hard. I'm going to be laying it out with the waistband, so I'm basically making the opening of this to be the same size as the waistband. This part is really going to be important to make your gathers nice and even so that it looks the nicest and you have an even distribution of fabric around your waistband. And with the waistband, I'm actually going to kind of mark the quarters, and then I can make sure that the side seam will land in the quarter point of this waistband as well. Okay. Okay, so I think that sewing it from the back is the best option, and then you can kind of guide where your elastic falls so that you don't end up being in like a weird place. And yeah, I'm just going to make sure that my fabric looks kind of evenly gathered. And so and we're finished. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm gonna go try this on. I'm gonna go and see what I can pair it with. And yeah, here we go. Snip off those threads, and I'm gonna pull out those basting stitches too. But doesn't it just look so stunningly beautiful? I am thrilled. All right, I'm gonna go do that. Okay, so I went ahead and tried on the skirt, and the skirt was too big. Now I measured for my high hip, and turns out I don't really like the look of it at my high hip, so I think I'm doing my natural waist. So I had to take off probably like 5 inches of elastic, so I had to take it all apart and do it again, but that's okay. I like it a lot more, and you know, you just kind of need to figure out where you want your skirt to fall on your body. It is very stretchy, so if I wanted to move it down, I mean, it probably wouldn't be a huge problem. but I'm super happy with the skirt. I'll cut to me wearing the skirt, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and close off the video, and I hope you enjoyed this little diary of me making the new Enchanted Overlay skirt by Copper Creek Patterns, formerly known as Dibby Club. How cute did this turn out? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Alright, here it is. What do you think? It's windy out today. It's so cold.